Like, I'm good alone. Big day for Bella. So I'd been on a plane before, but never by myself. That was insane when she hired me. That was my first time. One of the best days of my life. I hadn't seen her since April. I conquered a fear. It was just really nice to see them again. Christmas Day was the very last time I saw her alive. Hi, welcome to my channel if you're new here. If you're not, you might know what sort of video this is. I am looking back at 20 because my 21st birthday is coming up very soon, in 2 days now from filming this. Every year, the past few years, I've been making a video like this to reminisce, reflect on the past year, and I go through each month from October to October, since again my birthday is in October, and just think of a few highlights from each month. So I have them just written on my phone here. To start, in October of 2023 last year, I went to the casino with my dad and I won big, which is very exciting because I feel like my luck at the casino is not the greatest. And I also got to try their pumpkin pancakes, which I've been wanting to try for a while, so that was a highlight for me. I also got to visit my sister in the hospital for her birthday. Her birthday's also in October, and this was a highlight because, I mean, unfortunately she wasn't able to be home for her birthday, but I'm glad that we were able to visit her and at least see her, spend time with her on her birthday. I felt really bad that she had to spend it in the hospital. There's a lot of stuff going on I'm not going to get into. Okay, so in November, my sister got to come home for a little bit before she ended up going back to the hospital, and this was where we were actually able to celebrate her birthday. So we did the cake, the presents, the whole celebration. I'm really glad we got to do this because I did not know if we'd be able to. We were definitely not just going to skip over her birthday, but who knows, we could have celebrated it in like June. I'm glad at least November, it had only been like a week or something since her birthday, so at least it was relatively close. I'm really glad we got to do that, so that was a big highlight. I made her an Oreo cheesecake. It was so good. And then another highlight was that she got to be home with us for Thanksgiving. It's just been a rocky year with the whole hospital situation. She will be there and then she'll come back. She'll be there, she'll be back. So during those months, especially into last year, it was just kind of back and forth. You didn't know if she'd be home for the holidays for her birthday. I'm really glad she got to be home for Thanksgiving. Okay, I have a few for December. So first thing, the Think Later album by Tate McRae released, and this is just a highlight for me because I'm a huge fan of hers. I also went to New York City again. We kind of do this every December, Christmas time. It's so awesome there. Then at the end of December, I went ice skating for the first time in 9 years. If you know me, you know I'm a little bit scared of slipping on ice, and I'm just weird about not having full control of my feet because, you know, the ice skate, it's a blade, so your foot's not flat on the ground. I'm this way with skateboards, not with bicycles. I never tried a hoverboard, but probably a hoverboard. I'm just weird with that kind of stuff, and then when you add on the fact that there's ice that's slippery, it freaks me out. But I conquered a fear. Although it wasn't my first time, it was my first time in almost a decade, so it felt like another first time. But I had a lot of fun, and I'm really glad I went. I could have easily said no and chickened out, but I went for it, and it really was a blast. I did fall a few times, but we're still here. We're good. Okay. Yeah. And it was Christmas time too, which was really exciting. And it was also my first ice skating rink outside, because the first time I went we were indoors, which is still cool. But to be outside with like a Christmas tree, that was beautiful. Okay, and then my sister, she was able to come home again for Christmas. Again, very thankful she was able to be there. And also my grandma was in the nursing home, so we were able to visit her on Christmas Day. I didn't know if we were going to be able to go on a holiday. I mean, you would think so, but I just didn't know how busy things were going to be, if we were all going to be able to get in there, and quite a bit of us did. It wasn't just me, my mom, my sister, like my brother, my cousins, my uncles, they were all there, and I'm just really glad that we all were able to like be in the room with her because she was really, you know, having a tough time, and it was Christmas. A memorable moment for sure. Now, however, she did pass away on New Year's Day, so Christmas Day was the very last time I saw her alive. But that freaks me out every time. The ring light, I guess it's on like a timer or something. Oh my gosh, I'm literally seeing circles. Oh, like it overheats. I forget that it does that, and I have to like unplug it because it panics.
A few moments later.
Okay, we're back. Yeah, it really does give off a lot of heat. I don't use the ring light as often because I'm lazy and I never set it up, but I am today. So where did we leave off? Oh yeah, so Christmas Day was the last day we all saw her. Meaning, well, I told you she passed January 1st, New Year's Day, but a positive for January was that for her funeral and the church service, I got to go to my old church again. I hadn't been there since before the pandemic, which is a whole long story I'm not going to get into, but I hadn't been there in a while, so it was really nice to see people there that I hadn't seen in a while. Sure, it wasn't like a Sunday morning church service. We were obviously celebrating my grandma's life, and there were people there who ran the church service, like the pastor. It was just really nice to see them again because it had been so long, so that was a positive from it. I'm like sweating from this ring light. And then at the end of January, I got to see Dancing with the Stars live thanks to my dad's girlfriend who got us tickets. That was so much fun. That was my first time. I'd been wanting to see them for a while and it just never worked out with college and everything. I would always go back to college the night that they would tour, so it never worked out, but it did this past year. It was so much fun. I have a whole vlog on it. If you want to go watch that, I'll leave it in the iCard. I highly recommend seeing them live. They're incredible. In February of this year, Alyssa Howard, she's a YouTuber, she hired me to be her full-time video editor, and this was crazy because I've been watching her since 2018. If you told me during all those years of me being a huge fan of hers that I would one day edit her videos, I wouldn't have believed you.
I'm so excited. Okay, I've been doing like trial runs with some editors, and literally one of our supporters, her name's Kaylee, she snapped. She put my editing to shame. And that says something, because I would like to say that I can edit very well. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited because I'm definitely picking her as my editor. I had a feeling right as soon as I sent the raw footage to both of them that she was gonna be the one that I picked, and she did better. Like, bro, she did better than I expected, and I'm just so proud of her, and I'm so excited to give her the opportunity to work with me and like edit my videos. Like, y'all are gonna eat it up.
Both of them? Oh, absolutely. I like this. He was like, cause I'm walking out, he said,
hey, what are you training for?
I said, a fat ass? He started laughing. I was like, I'm being honest. I don't know. You thought I was an athlete? Like, thank you. That's such a compliment, seriously. I can't wait to try everything. Tell y'all my favorite stuff. I'm so excited. Like, I got my oxy shred, I got my greens, my vegan protein, my regular protein.
I literally smiled while watching the whole entire video. Do your big one, Kaylee.
That was insane. When she hired me, one of the best days of my life. It was such a dream. You know, I always edit, but to edit for someone else too makes me so happy. And then I had to throw this in here. It was a little highlight for me. Ariana Grande had not launched, like, I don't know what the word is, but she had announced that she was signing Eternal Sunshine CDs, and it's very limited quantity, if you know. They sell out within like, I don't even know, less than 10 minutes. And they did, and I managed to get one. I was very thankful. So I bought it in February. In March, well, now we're going to March, I received it. It's actually over here, but I can just put a picture on the screen here. I'm being lazy right now. I don't want to get up. I already have a Position signed CD of hers. It's over here. I can also put a picture on. That I got in 2021, but okay, I'm sorry if the camera keeps moving. I have to keep turning the camera off and on because the ring light keeps overheating and turning off, so I need to hurry, clearly. I'm sweating anyways. These give off so much heat, and if you know me, I don't do well with heat. But anyways, in March is when I got the CD. I was just so thankful to get another one because for me, I felt like, you know, 2021, that was that Ari. And then 2024, it's like a whole different Ariana Grande. Like, she's in a whole different era right now with Wicked too. So it just felt right to get another signed one from like a different Ari. It's the same Ari, but you know what I mean, if you know what I mean. And then of course March is when the album came out. I also have a video on this of me reacting to it, which I'll leave in the iCard. In April, we started training our dog Bella. You can't really see her, but I can put a picture of her on screen here and any b-roll footage. This was a huge highlight because we needed to get her into some professional training. We tried on our own, and it's just one of those breeds you really need professional help with cane corsos. So big day for Bella, big day for us. And then of course the solar eclipse happened. That was really cool. Where I was, we were in Totali, so that was so much fun, even though it was a cloudy day, so you could barely see it, which stunk, but you still could a little bit. So I'm glad. Oh my goodness, are we really gonna do this? Y'all, I might just, the ring light is so good, but we can't be doing that every 2 minutes. Y'all, what do I do? Should I just switch up the angle, finish this video somewhere else? Because this is not gonna work for us. Okay, I just moved locations because there was no way I was going to be able to do that every 2 minutes. So the solar eclipse, that was so much fun. And then I also started 75 Hard. That's actually really ironic that that's where I left off and I moved in here, because the next thing was 75 Hard that I started in April. And if you know, I filmed a 75 Hard video in this spot. So yes, I started 75 Hard again April 28th of this year. 75 Hard day 1. I started it last year in September, and then I had to stop in October because of everything that was happening with my sister. Not her fault, it was just with everything that was going on. And I explained that in my video if you want to know. But I thought, why not start it again this year? And I did document my 75 Hard journey into weekly videos. They are just not up yet because I'm having technical issues with week 1. I've been trying to get this up for months, and of course with my video editing job I was prioritizing Alyssa's, but even like when I was able to post mine, I can't. It's not letting me. The project corrupts, and I have to do all this stuff to try to get it back, and I lose footage, and I have to, it's a whole thing. It's a mess with my week 1 video. So that's why I also haven't posted the other ones, because I need to post week 1 first. So fingers crossed I can post it soon. I know it's going to be kind of outdated, like it literally starts in April and we're sitting here in October right now, but I do still want to post them because I documented them. I spent the time editing it. I'm honestly thinking about possibly just posting week 1, week 2, week 3, etc. next year, so the first one would be up in April, as long as I can get week 1 to work and I can figure that one out. That's again why I haven't posted the other ones. I just feel like at this point it's been so long, and with Vlogmas coming up, we go into the New Year anyways before I would post my 75 Hard videos. I think maybe I'll just post the first one April 2025, kind of reminisce a year later. Is that something you guys would want, for those of you who want to see the 75 Hard videos? I know it'd be a longer wait, but would you want to see them next year versus not at all? Let me know. In May, this kind of corresponds to 75 Hard, is I finally got to ride my bike that I got for Christmas. This might seem like a silly little highlight, but I had been wanting a bike for so long, and I had finally gotten one in 2022. I had one all the time when I was a kid, but then I obviously outgrew that bike, so I stopped riding a bike when I was 12. And I had gotten another one again, I believe it was 2022, but it actually ended up being a bike for kids. My mom didn't realize that, so we gave it away to someone, and then I still didn't have a bike. But I finally got another one in 2023 for Christmas, but then of course you gotta wait till winter passes because I'm not gonna ride a bike in all the snow. So in May I finally got to ride it again, and ride my new bike for the first time, and I documented that of course for 75 Hard. I just miss riding bikes so much. It was one of my favorite things to do as a kid. That's like all I ever did, was just go outside and ride my bike. So fun. This one's also gonna be so silly. I genuinely was struggling to think of highlights for May because all I felt like I was doing was editing videos and doing 75 Hard. That was my life for a while when I was doing 75 Hard. But another thing is that I found out coconut Dr. Pepper exists. And if you know me, I'm a huge coconut fan, and then I love Dr. Pepper. So when you combine the two, I still haven't actually tried it yet. You had to wait for it to like come to your store. Every time I go to get it, it's sold out. But I found out it existed, and that was enough for me for now. I will try that soon, hopefully. Fingers crossed. Okay, on to June. I hit 1,000 subscribers on this channel. Thank you to those of you who have subscribed. I've had this channel for a while, since 2015. So it took us almost 10 years to get to 1,000, but it doesn't matter because ultimately the numbers do not matter to me. It doesn't matter. It matters for monetization purposes, but I didn't do YouTube for like, that's not why I started. The money is just a bonus with YouTube because I'm gonna do YouTube regardless because I love it. I also caught up on Leo Skepi's podcast. I was very determined to do this, and this is why it's a highlight for me, because he had like about 100 podcasts when I found out about him, and I was determined to listen to all of them. And you guys know podcasts can be like pretty lengthy, so it takes a while, and because I'm editing all the time, it's hard to like listen to podcasts. I tend to push them to the side because I don't listen to them when I'm video editing. I just can't. I mean, I'm listening to 2 things at once. That doesn't work. In June I finally got caught up on them, and that was the perfect time because I met him in June. I went to see him on tour in New York City, so I went to New York City again, and it really brought it all together. I finished his podcast and then met him. His show was amazing. I highly recommend next time he goes on tour listening to his podcast. I recommend, but also going to his tour when he does tour again, because it's like a podcast live. It's so cool. And if you don't know, he basically just talks all things like self-development type of thing. He's like a therapist, a free therapist. So thank you, Leo. I appreciate you. I love your podcast. If you're watching this, you're not, but if you are somehow, you're amazing. And your show is amazing. I'm so glad I got to meet you. Okay, in July, Big Brother started. Big highlight for me. I'm a big Brother fan. Big Brother fan. I really want to go on the show someday. That'd be so cool. So I think that's like part of why I'm so passionate about it. But I just genuinely love the show. I'm a very competitive person. I love all sorts of game shows. But Big Brother is one of my faves because of the live feeds. And Big Brother started in July. So my life just immediately got better on July 17th when that started. Season 26. And it's almost over.
They ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine.
It went by so fast, honestly. Also, in July, I went to Washington, D.C. for the first time, and I flew there by myself. So I'd been on a plane before, but never by myself, never went to an airport by myself. That was my first time. I have the videos on these if you haven't seen them yet. I went to see the Guts tour with my friend Olivia. And Guts is by Olivia Rodrigo, so that was so cool. And I hadn't seen Olivia in a couple years, so all around it was just a great trip. Going to DC, seeing the White House for the first time. Again, I've never been to DC. I won't say too much about it if you haven't seen the vlogs. I document everything. Go ahead and watch those if you haven't. This was a big highlight for July. Okay, in August, I started going to a new church. Y'all, this is big for me. I just told you that my old church I went to in January for my grandma's funeral and everything, I hadn't even been there in like 4 years. I guess I said I wasn't going to explain it, but I just will very briefly. Obviously, when the pandemic started, nobody was going, okay? And then when things started to ease up, my grandma was kind of back and forth with the hospital and rehab and stuff going on. And then eventually she got in a car accident, and so she couldn't drive anymore. Well, because she didn't have a car, it got totaled, but then she was at that age where it really is not safe to be driving anyways. And the fact that she got in an accident really kind of like proved, okay, like no more driving for you. Love you, but no more driving. And because of that reason, she wasn't physically going to church, so she was watching virtually. I know you're like, well, someone else could take you to church. My grandma was the only one who went to church in my family. Well, I mean, my sister too, but like that was the thing. My grandma would take my sister and I. We were the only ones that like would go. So when my grandma obviously couldn't drive anymore, no one else was gonna take us. I didn't have my license yet, my sister didn't, so nobody was physically going. That was why I hadn't been in a while. Then of course my grandma passed away this year. I was just kind of thinking about, wow, like I really miss church. This new church that I go to, it's closer to me, and one of my friends, she actually goes there, so it just kind of worked out. And although it's a new church, I love the new church. I'm still sort of new to it because I just started going in August, but I do love it. I'm just so happy that I'm like going to church again, you know? Okay, and then I also have a video on this. Shocker. But I went on my first solo movie date. Big thing. If you are all about being independent and hanging out with yourself, you don't need anyone to go to the movies with. I always thought that. I actually had seen a video of someone going to the movies by herself, and I immediately thought, who would do that? That's weird. And then I was like, it's really not. You're going to the movies, okay? It's not that big of a deal. So many people go by themselves. I have my whole video on this. I went to see It Ends With Us. Even though I love being alone, it's still a big thing to do things alone in public. Sometimes I do struggle with how people are gonna perceive me. Just the feeling of, oh, well, they have their friends and I'm by myself. Being kind of insecure with that. But I'm really learning to just be fine. Like, I'm good alone. I really am good alone. I think one of the big ones next will be going out to eat alone. That, I don't know if I'm quite there yet. I don't know if I'll ever be there. I'll just have to go do it. Yeah, maybe we'll make a video on that sometime soon, you guys. Where should I go? Where should I go out to eat alone? Okay, in September, so last month, I won a giveaway, and it sort of has to do with Big Brother, but there's this company called Faith Center Co., and it's like a Christian apparel company, and the host of Big Brother kind of worked for this company, so she ran a giveaway giving away a hoodie, and I entered. I won. I'm so thankful. This is your sign, guys. If you see giveaways that you want to enter and you're like, oh, well, I won't win anyways, just enter, because at least you're giving yourself the chance to win if you enter. But if you just don't enter, you're 100% not gonna win. So just enter. You never know. I would love to do giveaways to just give to people. Why did I just like lose my train of thought? I also got to visit my sister in the hospital. She is still there, unfortunately. I hadn't seen her since April, so this is a really big one. This was like her longest time period in the hospital of her not kind of back and forth, which is good. It's not really good to go back and forth, but one of the positives of going back and forth was I got to see her more often, but I hadn't seen her since April, so I finally got to see her in September, about a month ago. Very big day. she had a really good day that day. So positive vibes. Please pray for her. I know I'm not giving details, but God knows, so just rest in that and know that He knows. Just please pray in general for her because she needs all the prayers that she can get right now, especially with her birthday being this month. It would be really nice if she could be home. It's not really looking like it, unfortunately, and I just hate that because we touched on the fact that last year she spent her birthday in the hospital, and it's just crazy to think that a year later she might have to spend her birthday in the hospital again. But hopefully we'll at least get to see her. I would just love for her to be home in general, but especially for her birthday, you know. Okay, so just recently, the end of September, I started my video editing business page. So it's on all the socials: Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, Facebook. I'll leave like the links down below or on the screen. And it's called Kayla Michelle Films. Basically, I just wanted to start like officially. I know I edit for people, but I didn't really have any pages promoting that. So if you are a YouTuber and you need help editing your videos, go ahead, reach out to me. I'll give you all the information there. Yeah, I don't know, just why not start it? I edit videos anyways, might as well do something bigger with it. Okay, and the last thing, October, which is this month, it's October 1st, so not really much I can tell you, but alright, it's gonna cut me off. We're almost done though. You're good, Kaylee. What I can tell you though is tomorrow, October 2nd, season 7 of Love is Blind comes out, and I just know this is going to be a highlight for me because I'm obsessed with Love is Blind and I've seen all the seasons. Love is Blind coming out tomorrow. I'm going to binge it. Well, at least the episodes that come out tomorrow, and that'll be my highlight for October 2024. Hopefully it's a good season. Guys, another highlight for October that I just found out. I already filmed the video, but here I am popping in quick. Ariana Grande surprised us with live live performances of her album songs from Eternal Sunshine, but she's doing it day by day. So today's October 1st as I'm filming this video, and she posted the live performance of Intro, the first song off the album. And my birthday is coming up October 3rd, and in 2 days that will be the song Don't Wanna Break Up Again. And if you watched my reaction video reacting to the album, I told you that that's the song that I claimed before the album even came out. When the track list was announced, or no, even before the track list names were announced, I just said track 3 is gonna be my song. Okay, this one I claimed. So the way that a live performance of it is being posted on my birthday, I'm gonna be delusional and just act like she did that for me, when that's a little bit self-centered. But thank you, Ari. I'm so excited. I mean, what are the odds that's the song that I claimed too that she's posting on my birthday? That's crazy. I've always dreamed of her releasing something on my birthday, and next year my birthday's on a Friday, so maybe she will, but I get a live performance. I will take that. Those are my highlights from the past year of being 20 years old. I cannot believe I'm filming this video already because I feel like I just filmed my A Look Back at 19 video. I don't even know where time's gone. So it's my last video as a 20-year-old, you guys. Stay tuned for my 21st birthday vlog, which I'll be filming in a couple days. That's all I have for you today. Thank you for watching. Give it a big thumbs up if you liked it. Comment down below what your highlight has been this past year. Either this past year so far, like 2024 wise, or year wise, birthday wise. You know what I'm talking about? Age wise? You get it. What I'm doing in this video. Just let me know if one or a couple or a few highlights if you'd like to. Hopefully you have a bunch, because positive vibes. And I will see you all very soon. Bye. Oh, the overwhelming, never-ending, reckless love of God. Oh, it chases me down, fights till I'm found. I thought that was Ariana Grande doing whistle notes.